On March 11th, 2019, Path of Exile announced a new stash tab to be added, the Unique tab. This allows you to store and showcase one copy of every unique in-game. When I read that, I knew what I had to do. I've set off to obtain every unique in-game in the solo self-found game mode, filling the Unique stash tab completely. This shit will take a long ass time and won't be easy, but I'm always down for a grind. I'm Mathew Lighty, and this is All for One.
Hey guys, I'm Mathew Lighty, and this is All for One episode 177, the quest for unique completion. In today's episode, there will be some footage from Hardcore Settlers. Believe me, you'll know it when you see it. And also a bunch of Hardcore Settler stuff in softcore on this character. I hope you enjoyed this episode. There's going to be a brief word from our sponsor. Ice-T Aesthetics is the sponsor for all things Lighty in the All for One series. They have a variety of anime streetwear that is printed in the US, the EU, the UK, and Australia, shipped pretty much worldwide, and they have a great quality clothing with great prices. They're currently dropping some new stuff for Halloween coming out very, very shortly, and that is fantastic. She's fantastic. They have a new style of oversized heavy tees, which is a heavier material t-shirt that's a little bit larger, much more durable. Great for gym wear to wear over things, or if you're just like something a little bit more secure for the winter weather, the fall weather, as we're getting towards that type of season. Some really sick, high-quality embroidered designs as well. I know it's currently sold out, but I'm going to showcase it anyway because I think it's really cool. I really like this twin dog one from JJK. If you're a fan of One Piece, they have really cool Wanted t-shirts also, the heavy tees. There's one for Luffy Gear 5, and I think there's a Nami one as well. Be on the lookout for the upcoming Halloween drops. There's gonna be a lot of cool ones there. Anything you purchase supports me and the channel. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, with not much else to say, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. There will be some new uniques and some exciting things occurring, and some less exciting things occurring. Catch you guys at the end for a brief talk. We all had to bring our 1,000-point armies and take turns fighting the Phoenix, and like the store owner would like control it. And then whoever like won got like a case of hero clicks. And it was like a big deal. I remember they advertised it on ESPN. Yeah, it was like the same time they had Magic on when John Finkel was on Pro Tour for Urza. But Fantasy is really cool. I always like the lizards in Fantasy. Problem is they shill their SEO out, like they just whore it out. So, oh no. God damn it. Aging Doctor. Kill. What did you think that was from, by the way? Or what were you referencing? Okay. You know what I was referencing? Pee Wee Herman. That's when he gets his bike broken and he's having a fever dream. He's like, paging Dr. Herman. Dr. Herman. And they went into a theater and jacked off. Whoop! I've died again. Jesus Christ. What even killed me this? I'm in a white map! I hate crime. I think I just died to, like, triggering 10 molten shells at once. Well, the one positive thing, I guess, about dying in hardcore and settlers is I get to put my Tauho's Felling into my stash a little bit early. So if you look at our bases, this is now in solo, we're back in standard now where our collection resides for All for One. We could plonk this bad boy that we had in hardcore on the old chieftain that is now dead and deleted into our stash. It doesn't even show up as owned because the league has it resolved. So now we're legally back to just missing replica Congors, which is from Heist, obviously. This is about as rare as getting like a fucking Mage Blur Headhunter, though. So T0 replica rarity. So, at least we're back at missing one mace compared to that. But RIP the hardcore chieftain. That's the second time we've lost one of those. He's a genius. Kill him, you're my hero for staying awake for one movie.
Got some goods in from local.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Well, we did it. We have completed all of our Settlers uniques thanks to Hardcore. Here comes a bit of a fun part that we get to do. So we have, this is our Power Siphon Mind character called Lighty _ not good mechanic we initially made for doing this. Because, you know, this is my quiet protest to how shit everything is. But we could check in our stuff tab. There's our three other uniques we have from the League mechanics and Tauhoses in, well, back in Standard. So this is Surly's Masterwork, Calm's Command, and Yinda's Stand. But now we get to do the real fun task here of sending our child off into the great beyond, per se. So let's go find something to fucking kill us. We could dump all this in Standard where it belongs in our collection. Oh, perfect. Little Crimson. Take me. Take me, Crimson. Take me slowly. Gently beat me to death. Do I have too much life regen? Come on. You guys can do this. I built my character Ford tough and hardcore. Get it. Get it. Put me down. Put me down gently. Put me down. Come on. Keep slapping. Keep it up. There we go. Alright, he's gone. R.I.P. Rest in peace, not good mechanic. You have died doing what you loved. Here's our collection. So we could see for helmets, one-hand maces, and belts. For bases, we actually just spoke about how where we're just missing Congors, which legally was correct because this was there, but now that it's officially going in the tab. Helmets, it should just be Echoes. We very much have. We have multiple copies. I think the character's just wearing one at the moment. But Faith Guard, that's the real one we're missing. Here is Calm's Command going in, which is really cool, though. It's the Explosion Warcry helm. That's going in. And belts, we're just missing Replica Baited. And here's our Yindas, and that's going in. As my recipes keep fucking ticking on as I'm sitting here. Thank you for that great fucking... What is doing this? What is causing this? This character dying somehow has caused this to occur? I have no idea, but it's not stopping. Either way, that is all the Settlers uniques legally acquired. The shipping ones are all now in Standard, and the boss ones are now still sitting in League. So once League merges in 2 months, we'll be able to put those in their final resting places. And honestly, I might still unlock recipes at that time. They seems to never end, but I'm just going to cut the clip here.
One of our shit local.
Yeah, okay. Okay, later. Come on, baby. Yay. Finally done doing Uber fucking eater. With that stupid helmet. Took 6 Uber years to get a dumb helmet. The 66% drop. It's bullshit. Been trying out like different Archmage skills. So this one is Lightning Conduit of the Heavens. And I like it like for mapping. The single target's kind of whatever. Like right now I'm doing Endurance Charge, More Life, Uber Cortex. And the damage is still fine. Probably in like the, I don't know, like the 20 million range or something single target. But my biggest grief for the skill is it's just so fucking loud. It's crazy.
Sin surrounds you. Feel the pull of the void. Yes, that's it. Death sweeps in. No, impossible. How? This isn't over. This will
Arc
never
of
be
Surging.
over. I will unify humanity.
I kind of like this one. Echo, Pen, Archmage, Inspiration. I could legally get a new unique off of this Cortex. Probably won't. Yep, some bullshit. Here you go. I don't know why this thing's even an Uber drop. It's actually an affront to God. Oh man. Doing Ghost of Delirious Exile this league is like not only just insane because of the gold, but just like feels really good with the new scarabs. Finishing up a map here that I was just getting gold, like a normal gold farm map. Oh, I didn't get 13,000. I got way more than that because I went back to spend it. But yeah, we have another big shipment coming in. I don't know. I got a feeling about this one. I think I've been like a month dry on power runes, so I feel like this is going to be the one. It's going to bring me from 11 to 13. I can feel it. I can feel it in my guts. And then maybe I'll actually be able to get my haunted wand and play the game and have fun. Because I've pretty much just been doing nothing but running 17s and like Exile 16, Exile maps for gold. The last map gave me it was about 66,000 or 63,000 gold.
Oh, good.
But I've got this shipment going out. I guess I can't show a shipment when it's already out, is it? Did I never send it? I never sent it. Wow. All right, never mind. Anyway, this was from like the past couple days. So 26 million, sorry. We'll check back in with that when that's done. Half hour to know if I get some power. I send one of those about every every couple days. That's like worth nothing. All right, cool. Okay, my shipment has come back. I normally don't even check these or record them, and I delete them when I don't get power runes, but I feel confident about this one. This one I feel confident about. I'm going to get 2 power runes. I'm going to be able to haunt my wand. I'm going to be a happy little boy. I did get 2 power runes. I am able to haunt my wand, and I am a happy little boy. I also got like nothing else of note, I would say. But that doesn't even matter. All that matters is the power runes. Just because my own fucking paranoia. I'm just going to make sure these are in my inventory before I move on. Let me put these away, and then we're going to haunt my wand, and then I guess we'll briefly talk about what that does. It's actually less straightforward than you think, because I don't think I even have enough time runes to make this happen, so we're going to have to figure that out in a moment. I'll have to do some trade-ups, but here's the mod itself. Haunted by Tormented Spirits. So I need 33 time runes, of which I don't have 33. I need 33 journey and 13 power. This gives you a huge buff that I'll pull up on screen in 2 seconds. Okay, so this is what the actual thing gives you. 35% damage, attack and cast speed, movement speed. And then also on top of this, it does give you the benefit, I believe, of whatever random spirit it basically just picks. It's like 100% uptime of the Speaker of the Dead effect, which on your Atlas Passive tree, it's up there. So it says you could be possessed by a spirit. That spirit itself can do cool things, but yeah, that's just like the fact that you could stack 2 of those is kind of bananas. So we have to get 33 time runes now, but I think I could probably trade up some stuff. It's 5 mountain runes per time rune, which I have 27. So we're about to go on some sort of journey here, pun intended, to convert a bunch of stuff around. So just for my own sanity, let me just set aside the journey and the power runes. Okay. And now it's going to begin some sort of great culling to attempt to trade up enough things to get enough time runes. Because I'm at 21. I have to get to mountain. I could trade journeys, which I become mountains. Okay. And then that becomes, would become more times if I had more times. This is like trading up oils in what's it called, in Blight. So this, I don't mind if I have to convert all of this, but it's just this might literally be like maximum effort about to occur to get myself back there. It's like a bit crazy that I like never had enough, to get to the top here. It's been like over a month of playing. I don't know. So actually, I'm not even there yet. I've got 25 time runes. I don't even have enough time runes to, I've never gotten 30. I don't even think I've used a time rune ever on this account. The only thing I've ever put on is Lightning Bolt, really. And I think a physical craft, but that's just war runes. So, I've never even used a time rune this league, aside from maybe upgrading the runesmithing bench. And I don't even have enough to do my craft. So, yep. I literally have enough power and journey. I don't have enough time. So, very, very unfortunate. So I want to show this as another example of what it's like when I get gold. Like, so this is, pretty much I'm rotating like 4 or 5 days on in Path. where I'm just waiting for ships and I'm really not playing too much and I'm just getting gold and then sending more ships. So I'm out of gold now. I just got back another shipment. I don't even think I recorded that last one because I probably didn't get anything worth recording. Like, there's not enough time runes to make my craft, so that's probably just it. So this is what I typically do. I'll get, this is like 11 tier 17s. I either run tier 17s or I'll do like exile maps that are 8 quantity. So quantity maps that have Titanic Scarabs and then 2 Ginifications and 2 Anarchies, like doing that sort of thing. I have a video on it from a previous like month or whatever, but that gets you like, I'll say 80k gold on average, but these are pretty good. You know, these 17s give us maybe 60 to 100k depending on like random shit. And I'll pop these in and I'll put on high quantity and I'll put on a tree that I just call back to basics, 2, even though it's not really back to basics anymore, with nothing really but quant. And that tree is like emulating what was back to basics in a sad state, so it's really nothing but like strong boxes, shrines, map effects, and then more maps and map effects and more maps and that sort of stuff. So it's a similar vibe of what it was, but I just do these to attempt to get myself as much gold as I can, but also like just doing vanilla content. And I do 17s because I still need fragments for most bosses, I would say, like half the uber bosses. But yeah, it's not very exciting because there's nothing I can drop in the base game that I need anymore. So for me, it's like I'm nothing but chasing fragments. So I try to do things like I'll roll high quantity. And if I was being hyper efficient, which I seldom am because I normally just do things the Lighty way, is I would probably make a build that could roll almost every map modifier. And I would do the Carto Scarabs that add map rolls to it, because that eventually nets you more quantity and you can get close to the, I would say, like the sacred value that you're trying to hit, which is, what is it, 450 quant, something like that. So right now I'm at 240, which is like mediocre, which you'll probably get 2 fragments, but maybe 1, not very, very high. But if you can get to like above 400 quantity, you have I would say, an okay-ish shot at seeing 3 fragments, which is going to be more fragment value per map you run, but you're going to have a specific build that can do that. There's no build in the game at the moment that I've ever seen, I've looked quite hard, that could go a 17, meaning that there's no 17 modifier that can't brick their map, especially no 2 in combination when assigning random ones with the Carto Scarab. So assuming you could handle most every map modifier, that's a good strategy. There's a lot of builds that can handle most every map modifier, but from what I've seen, no build can run go, multiple 17s in a row. Maybe you get 1 or 2, you get lucky in a row, but I don't think there's any build that could do every single map mod in a 17 without fail. Like, and they'll be, just running, was that 10 mod 17s constantly? Like, I don't think that exists at the moment, but yeah, so like for the most part, I've just been doing that for getting gold. So I'm going to run these. I'll let you know how much gold I get at the end. And if anything happens, I'll show it, but probably nothing will happen. And I kind of do this just like every, we'll say 2-3 days. I'll do like a set of 10, and I'll do another set of 10 at night. So that's like 20 17s, and that'll give me, we'll say, 1 million gold. And then with the extra amount of scarabs I get, I'll do those exile maps. That gets me another 1 to 2 million gold. And then that about 2.5 million gold when set at the docks, running nothing but tier 10 farmers, 18 tier 10 farmers, is going to get me to around, we'll say, 30 to 40 million in crops for shipment. Any amount of tier 2 or tier 1 or tier 0 uniques I get in that process, I disenchant for dust, which can equal 500k to 5 million dust, depending on how many T0s I get. Things like Beanos and like Marohi, like the shitty T0s, those are the same amount of dust really as expensive ones, so any amount of dust coming out of that is fine. And yeah, you use that to just supplement your crop shipments, and then you set the big shipments, and then hopefully you get something worth note. So typically I don't do 50 million shipments because I don't want to wait 10 days for stuff. I'll just send like either a couple 10 million shipments or a 30 or 40. I've seen like conflicting data on which one's better, whether it's 5 10s or 150, but that, and then I should be able to, by next week, have enough time runes to do my haunted craft, and I'll have at least a lot more fun in League because I get to use that craft. then we could start looking. I've died. Then we can start looking at doing maybe other content, mostly just ritual, because the only other thing I need that really could come from what would be close to a base game activity is the Burden of Truth off of ritual. But technically I could do that in standard, so maybe if there's some sort of standard specific build I would want to enjoy, because I have all the league uniques, we could do that. But we'll talk about that after next week. Probably not this episode either. Only one sad fragment. One awakening fragment, which isn't even one I need, so. Anyway, let me go run these and I'll get back to the end. Okay, so I just, oh, it's not recording my mic. Alright, so I just finished my 11 okay-ish tier 11s I had. And pretty much like 50k gold a map, which is, you know, perfectly okay amounts. If you had like better maps, you'd be getting 100k. If you had worse maps, you'd be getting, I guess, less than 100k. I also filled up, been filling up my tabs of glaciers. I have a full 72 in the map thing. And then, you know, whatever that is there. So this will buy me, just to show you, because I only really have them running crops. I have the 18 rank 10s on crops. So if I put that in to do nothing but that, that is almost 2 days of nothing but doing this. And I have to get that number to about 6 days. So I have to run about 22 to 25 more T17s. But good thing I've got 23 left, so I'm going to go run 23 Citadels and then come back, and that'll be the end of my gold farming for the week. And that's okay. And then that'll be good again for that. And as a byproduct, you know, I get some of these 17 fragments, which I don't need. Some of them, like I don't need Cosmic or Awakening or Decaying, but I do need Synthesizing, Blazing, and Reality still. So that is good if I get those, but I'm going to wait to do these bosses with my Haunted Wand, because moving, attacking, casting, ghosting 30% faster is just better. So I'll see you back after my next set of 22 17s, which I'll do, and or 23 17s, and then yeah, then it's on to the next week-long break, basically. Okay, I just finished up my 24th Citadel, I think it was. Something like that. And 1.1 million gold. Kind of did it over the course of 4 hours on and off. But adding this to our total, we have for almost 5 days worth of treasury shenanigans going for my crops. So that's just going to, you know, run our crops, all 18 of them, for the next 4.5 days, pretty much. And yeah, I didn't get anything else of note in that pile. Unveiling helmets to try to get lightning leech on a zealot, and then you take I don't think I have a mythic orb, but you take my fucking blind. Where do they go? Where? Exotic. There we go. Mythic orb. I don't have a mythic orb, but you use a mythic orb, and it's like a 1 in 3 to get a Katava's Thirst. Because I wanted life leech there, so I can get something different on my glove implicit suffix, but not a big deal. Only thing I really, I guess I kept was I got a couple middling uniques that I'm going to turn into dusts, but nothing like, you know, less than 1 million dust in total value. So like this sort of stuff, like decent tier uniques. We could actually just do a quick tally of what that is, but I do have to move. Oh, I can't fit it all, can I? Why? Maybe? No. Maybe? No. I hate it. Also, I got these glaciers. I have a decent chunk of glaciers. If you wanted to, you could quality these things for 20% more dust, but that could lick my nuts. I'm not going to do that. So some of these things are pretty decent dust. Some of these things are less decent dust. So 25,000, 50,000, 25,000, 25, 30, 84, and 45. So the Thunder Fist is like the biggest amount of dust there, I guess, which is, you know, whatever the fuck that equals. I don't even think Consuming Dark's a lot. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. 11, not at all. So that's that. So once that finishes up, which will do a very little amount of disenchanting, that will be good. I don't think I have anything else worth disenchanting. Things that are Eldritch typically are a lot also Eldritch unique. So Mocking Emits I think is T1, so that's 84. And these are corrupted, so they're, or sorry, you know, Eldritch, so they're in the 60s. So like this amount of dust will just add in, but disenchanting's really, really fucking shit now. Need so much dust to get any sort of actual value, but yeah, that's all of that for pretty much the next 4 days. So I probably just really won't play much Path over the next 4 days, and that'll just be doing its thing. Do have 21 void cards from all this, and we do have a couple uber bosses, but I'm not going to bother running uber bosses until I have my corrupt on my wand. So I have, you know, a couple synths I need. You know, I almost have one blazing and realities I need, and then I think that's it. Maybe I need the curative for that, but it's really not much I'm missing. I guess I could run my uber cortexes because that's so easy to run. Voids I feel like are just so terrible after the change to them, where they, you know, they changed all those cards to like not give anything remotely related to a boss, which just really made the pool for these like kind of abysmal. I would say maybe 1 out of every 100 void cards you hand in has something worth keeping, and that might honestly be like 40 wisdom scrolls. If that's the only thing I keep from this list, I would not be surprised. Okay, we got a shitty 6-link, so there's that. Yeah, I mean that's like maybe even above average for voids, but there's that. All right, let's go run these 2 uber cortexes, and then we'll see if we can get something that's like, you know, there's only 2 things I'm missing from this. We have the Rational Doctrine Jewel, which is very, very rare. I think it's a 1 or 0.5%. And then the, not Apotheosis, it's Apostate? A prostate. And I go find a prostate. Forgot to take off my item rarity, so I'm doing this Uber Cortex on a 5-link with a gold flask. But I don't really think it makes a fucking difference for me, so I'm just gonna keep holding Q. This one did roll 122% more life, which is why they kind of feel like they're dying really slowly, even on a 5-link. I don't remember if I could block the bird cage, and I guess I can. It's weird because like certain things like that are blockable, but things like the Exarch's meteors, the balls just aren't blockable. So I don't know. Either way, fingers crossed. We either want Rational Doctrine the Jewel or the body armor, a prostate. 1 single prostate, please. That's an 8% drop, so it's in the realm of reality, I would put it, but we're probably gonna get a piece of shit. And we got, ooh, well, we got something cool. We got a second chance of redemption, a Forgotten Reliquary Key, which I will say is a very rare drop. I believe it's a 1%, it might be a 2%. So it's possible we'll get an Uber Cortex something from this. We got the shitty helmet. So let's run this Reliquary Key and see if we can hit another chance. Another chance at redemption here. I never got an Uber Cortex Reliquary Key. Alright, fingers crossed. Come on, baby. Wow, we're mocked. Mocked in 4K. Yikes. We got a shiny piece of shit, and we got a less shiny piece of shit. Alright. What are we gonna get in our second Uber Cortex? Well, it's kind of our third Uber Cortex because of this. We're gonna make a hat trick of dog shit helmets. Can I get the holy trinity of dog shit helmets, or can we actually get something new? I kind of feel like it's gonna get the hat trick. Pun intended. And it is a nebulous. That's not even a good nebulous. Does it roll 2020 at least? It doesn't. The dog shit trifecta. Love to see it. Typically the Disenchanter does not like items even from Uber Cortex. But let's take a gander. 28,000 worthless. 21,000 worthless. What about a shiny one? Exact same amount. Good to know that Uber Cortex loot is fucking worthless, even in the eyes of Rog the Disenchanter. So after that foyer into a little bit of Uber bossing, and we've done some this week, let's take a brief look at what we're missing, because I think it's kind of interesting. So here's the missing document that shows like what I'm missing, and this is the tracking for all of the values at least. So you can see here from Settlers League, the league we're in now, the patch, they released 5 tinctures. We have all those. They released 7 uniques, 4 from shipping, 3 from the bosses. We now have all of those after getting Yindas in hardcore. Ritual plus King of the Mist, we're just missing the staff, which we were previously missing, and we just did some more Ubers. Puts our total rate at 22 Uber Cortexes, and we're still missing the 2% Rational Doctrine drop and the 8% Apostate drop, or the Prostate itself. Uber Maven, we have done 28. We're still missing Grace of the Goddess, not to mention the Curio for the Maven. That's at 28 also. That's a 5% drop, so we're actually a little bit over on that one. We do have some Uber Mavens both here and in Standard we still have to run, and Exarchs for 15 in without getting our Curio piece. We don't even have an Exarch set, and we have, 5 Uber Mavens here, so not much, but the rest of these fragments, like Shapers and the Awakeners, the Elders and the Eaters, those are just gonna keep stacking up because I don't need anything from them as of right now, but who knows what they want to add in the future. There is things like the Unrelenting I want to run, but it's kind of pointless to do that in a build that doesn't have a Headhunter. That's a wait till standard type. Aside from that, we're ending the episode with 25 time runes. We need 8 more to go. But after dumping all of our gold in, we have about a couple days to wait. So by next episode, we'll have at least, we'll say 2 more 50 million shipments under our belt, which should get us the missing 8 time runes, especially with trading up, even though we trade up everything already, to get our Haunted Wand, and we'll run our Uber Mavens and probably take out our item rarity when we do it to make it a little bit faster. But at least we'll be able to enjoy the league a little bit more. Some people ask, so I'll just mention it. We're at 36 challenges, kind of by accident. If I were to try, I could very easily get the missing 4, which maybe I'll do, but there's no point for me. You don't get anything from getting 40 that I care about. A totem piece and the hideout I choose not to visit very often, so it's kind of a meme. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the episode. We're technically done with Settlers as far as the unique specifics, but we're for sure going to delve, pun intended, into Ritual, because that has our missing quote-unquote base game unique in the fact that King of the Mist drops the staff. The staff being the Burden, which is the one that's been avoiding us seemingly for a while now. I don't mind doing Ritual pretty extensively, just because... Is it a B for Burden? Is it the Burden? Is it one of those? It is. The Burden of Shadows at a 0.5 or maybe a 1% drop rate. So hopefully it's one we get, but I don't really mind doing Ritual because it has a decent chance of getting things like Synthesis Charge Rings or Percent Rings or maybe a Charge Shield for our eventual Frenzy Stacker Dream. But aside from that, our build itself really won't be changing, nor will it really be evolving. Our gear is kind of really, really good, so it's really not going to get much better unless we drop something like a Mage Blood or a Headhunter. It's kind of got to be something like that for it to even get our attention. So that wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Matt Lighty, and if you're still playing Settlers, which we'll probably be playing for another month or 2, as the league's probably going to get extended until December, have a good day and enjoy the league. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the stream or the next video. Lighty out. Bye-bye.